Welcome to your favorite show, The Gallery.
Coming to you live from the Story Arts Center at Centennial College, I'm Eerie.
And I am Fred. Thanks for joining us. On our show today, we are on Eclipse Watch with Suleiman, who is live in Hamilton for the historical event.
And of course, we have our features and a live music performance and our weekly Walk Together segment. This is The Gallery.
Today, the total solar eclipse will be visible to us in eastern Canada for the first time since 1979.
Wow.
Whoa, that's the first time in our lifetime.
Crazy. It's such a historic event, and we're taking you, actually, Suleiman is on his way to Hamilton to give us a report about what this historic event has been like.
Hello everyone, I'm Suleiman Ibrahim, coming to you live from Hamilton, here to watch today's full eclipse. I'm on my way there now. Unfortunately for me and millions of others, the only way to see the full eclipse is in certain areas in the path of the eclipse, such as Niagara Falls, which have preemptively already put themselves in a state of emergency for the millions of people coming to watch the eclipse. But don't fret, if you're in Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI, and Labrador, you'll still be able to see the eclipse up to 99%, so I think we'll be fine. Now, Ontario will see plenty of eclipses in the future if you miss today's, but the next full eclipse is not for another 80 years. Now, before you get excited, if you're able to watch the full eclipse today, be sure to get protective glasses or specialty glasses for an eclipse, as direct eye contact will damage your eyes and probably destroy your cameras. So keep that in mind. Have a good viewing. I'll see you guys out there.
Thank you, Suleiman.
It's time for sports with JD and weather with Elston. Okay.
What's up, sports fans, and welcome to the Gallery Sports Update, coming to you live from Centennial College. My name is JD, your favorite sports analyst. On the top of the list today are updates that concluded from the OCAA Indoor Soccer Championships for the men's and women's teams, where the Centennial Colts faced off against Fanshawe, Seneca, Humber, and Durham. As the men's team successfully made it to the provincials for a wild card spot, they must prove themselves to make it to the knockout round. Being faced up against formidable opponents, they unfortunately lost, putting up a great fight. On the side, the women's teams had an outstanding run, making it to the finals for the first time since 2005-2006, but lost in the final stretch, but coming home with a big accomplishment, being named silver medal finalists. On that note, I do remember a time when I was a silver medal finalist back in my old days in middle school. We were the best team in the city, but lost as well in the final stretch. But that concludes your Gallery Sports Update with me, JD, your favorite sports analyst. On to the weather report.
Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, I got all your weather report. I hope you're as excited as I am, so stay tuned.
Thinking about my future, I didn't know what to do, but Centennial College guided me. Story Arts Center gave me so much more than I expected. Being here gave me many opportunities, like being industry connected. But those connections will always lead me back to my community here. Well, that's our story. What will yours be?
Hello there, folks. This is Elston Young reporting for the Gallery. Starting off this week, we are looking at a 40% chance of showers throughout the day, mostly cloudy. As for tomorrow, we are looking at a mix of sun and cloud with a 30% chance of showers in the morning, as well as 60% chance of showers later in the evening. We remain cloudy leading into the Wednesday, with a 30% chance of rain. Thursday and Friday, we are expecting a periods of rain with a 60% chance of showers on Friday. Some good news, though, to wrap up this week, as we are expecting a mix of sun and cloud on Saturday. So if you're in town looking for something to do this weekend, be sure to check out Value Village Lansdowne, the 416 Fits Fashion Show happening on Friday, April 12th at the Art Gallery of Ontario at 317 Dundas Street West. Don't forget your Eclipse glasses, everyone. See what I did there? Eclipse, get it? That was Elston Young for the gallery, and back to you.
Welcome back to the gallery. Our first documentary today is about an international student here in Toronto who is passionate about basketball. Hey, maybe one day he'll realize his dream of playing for the Raptors.
Yeah, so here is Be Life.
Hey guys, it's me again, and we're at the Scotiabank Arena right now, as you can see. So, in the future, I really want to play in this place just because it's the home of the Toronto Raptors. So, as you know, there is like a lot of great players who played here, and the energy inside is crazy. So, hopefully, one day I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna post this video and you're gonna know. So my name is Nikita, I'm from Russia, from the Siberia city named Krasnoyarsk. I'm 19 years old. I'm studying here in Toronto in Humber College. So my program is sports management and I'm on the second semester of this program. Yeah, as you already know, I'm playing for the Humber Hawks for their second team, so I really enjoy this experience, yeah. I know it's a long story, but I think it was in the second grade, some old man came to my physical education class and dragged me out because I was the tallest in class. So this was my first coach. His name was Valery Leonidovich Pavlovsky, and I think, yeah, I think I trained with him for more than like 8 years or something. Yeah, it was, I think, the best training experience in my life. I think the best moment was the first honorable championship that I won. I think it was back in 2016 or 2017. Here in Canada we call it provinces, but in Russia we call it regions. So we won the region championship and like we were like the best team in Siberia. Waking up around 6 or 7 in the morning, doing some running outside, then going to classes, then some basketball training, after that some quick lunch, and then weight room. You know, after my pause in basketball, I think it was kind of hard, but my usual routine is like listening to some music, believing in myself, and just telling my head to myself that I can handle it. I don't have like a special game, but I think the last championship, like you can see on the t-shirt,
Yeah.
yeah, it was last Thursday. Yeah, we had like 5 games in a row and we won them all, so it was quite an experience for me. You know, I think it's every boy's dream who's playing basketball to play in like NBA, but it's really hard to play in NBA. So I believe in myself and training hard. So maybe one day I'm gonna see myself, but maybe somewhere in Europe as well, because the level of basketball is good.
I'm Nikita, and this is my documentary.
Wow, now Nick really does have a passion. I really hope he achieves his dream.
You know, yes, me too. Next up, we have the story of James, who is also pursuing his dream of an unconventional life. Here's urban dancer.
Name's Leon. Very nice to meet you. Background is Ukrainian. I'm 19 years old. And I live in this city already for 1 year. I know a lot of things. I can speak 4 languages. I play guitar, and I'm mostly like artistical creature, artistical nature. Well, I started from, I think it was school. Yeah, it was school. I was like on 4th grade or something. I was really small when I was a brat. And from that point, I started to show to the world my artistic, my talent, what I can do, right? So and everybody was telling me then, I remember, that guy is so, that guy like from another planet, you know? I was like, firstly I was mad at that, right? But then it came to me that I'm just not this, like all those crap. I'm better. I can do something actually. I can live my life and move on my own way. I don't have to go somewhere. Like my parents, they want me to study some logistics, some go to the university and get a higher education. We were living good. We're not bad, like a normal family, you know. Father works somewhere in on the truck, and my mother were cleaning houses. So it was like a normal jobs, and they were stable. My parents got used to that, right? But for me, it's a slavery. It's the worst thing can happen to human. Literally, I told them, I better dance and be nobody than go somewhere and work for some dude, which is gonna ask me to do more and more and more for nothing, you know? And I'm gonna work and get nothing from that, just the negative emotions. And you know, the most scary thing that everybody knows right now in this world and follows it anyway, they know it, but they're not scary of that, you know, that people they land a job and they know that it's a slavery because you start to work there. You live in a hope, basically. You live with the hope that something will change. You get a job, you get a work, you get everything is okay with your life, and you just get a hope that it will change and it will become better. That something will prove. You'll get a better house, you'll get a better car, but nothing leads you, like even when you get this car, right? Nothing leads you to the better place. My mama always told me, do what you like and your life will. When I came to Toronto, I was like everybody. I was trying to find a job, land a good place, just like as my parents tell me, you know, like, son, my father was telling me this, son, find a job and be at a good place, and everything will be okay. Maybe we will come to you, because they still left in Ukraine, like, you know, and kind of scared to wake up and go to the same job and thinking that it will be forever. I just can't imagine that forever. You just go to a job and come back home and go to a job, and it ends with such a depression, and I choose my pill. Or you quit a job and you become a dancer as you always wanted to be, or you stay on this job and just get nothing. and just become a slave just like everybody else. So I decided to do my risk and quit that job. When I quit the job, everything was super new to me. I felt like world is against me firstly. Like it doesn't, like nobody takes me seriously. Like nobody needs me here, you know. I was dancing, everybody was just like, go, like, go away, all this kind of stuff. Then my money started to end, and I ended up on the street. That's right. I lost my house this way. But it was a blessing for me, because then I understood that I'm free, and nobody can ever tell me something. Free. I can dance and I earn money on that, right? Here at the Dundas Street, I've met a bunch of very talented guys which told me how to live and how to keep being yourself despite all this other people's opinions. I've been really blind my whole life because I haven't seen that. They told me not just how to move and how to, they taught me how to move. They showed me how to, they showed me the real life, the real city of Toronto, which I never knew before. I was very upset in my life half a year ago. Now, I know what I do, I know where I go. Ask somebody of those people who sit here what they want to do before they die. They will say, I don't know. Literally, that's what they say. Everybody, I asked them these questions and they told nothing. They can't answer to this question. You have to be sure what you're going to do before your death. It can be tomorrow, a day after tomorrow. It can be any day. You have to know what you want to do before your death. I think that the city has to be showed to everybody. The city has to be discovered. It's a quite famous city, but it's not famous for what it has to be famous. It has to be famous for talented people. CN Tower, it's the biggest thing in the city. Everybody comes here to watch a building. Literally, think about it, to watch a building. While they do not explore the city, they look at the screens. You can look at the screen at home. You have a home for that, that's right. But have you thought about the suffering of those people who put themselves out there trying to just be themselves? My name is Leo, and thank you for listening to my story.
Cut.
And welcome back. And thanks for keeping it real with us here on the gallery.
And we hope you'll stay with us till the end because we have lots more for you.
Eerie, do you realize that this world is full of mystery?
What do you mean, Fred?
Like people leaving their homes only to disappear into thin air just like that.
That's serious.
Yeah. Let's take a look at Ricardo's moody documentary, Why People Disappear.
Millions of people leave their homes every day, but not everyone returns to them. It is estimated that at least 70,000 cases of disappearances are reported to the police only in Canada. When the disappearance is reported, the police will get to work on the matter, and amongst that, the question always arises, why? Probably they just got lost and couldn't find a way to get back home. But that's not always the case. Murder, kidnapping, human trafficking, the latter leading to a figure of 3,996 people trapped in what is known as modern slavery between 2012 and 2022, where the perpetrator looked for vulnerable people and forced them to do things they don't want to do, generating a huge web that moves billions of dollars per year. Some of these victims are afraid to involve their families, keeping silent and falling into the trap disguised as a promise of happiness. With too many people disappearing, different factors are taken into account as the main cause, since normally there would be a clue that tells the authorities that the person can be found and it's still there, somewhere. Although sometimes they simply disappear without a trace, leaving little or very confusing evidence that does not clarify the victim's fate. Alice Corbett was a girl who disappeared one Friday morning, November 13. When they investigated the bedroom where she lived, there was a note that reflected her delicate mental state. In addition, a roommate of hers had died from asphyxiation due to an accident involving illuminating gas hours before her disappearance. Even though they tried to track her down, nothing could be done. Thus, the case was never solved. In almost 100 years that Corbett disappeared, there was nothing. Cases like Corbett's about for more than 100 years. There was people who simply vanished from Earth, and families who kept hope until the last day of their lives, only to see it diminish. Little by little, the cases become more and more forgotten, both by authorities, who could not do anything, and by us, the everyday people, who could not do much, only wish for the best. Perhaps many forget, but some do not. They don't give up. Even years after the events occur, cases that seemed cold were able to find closure, which, although it was not the most satisfactory, we will know that in the one way or another, their family or the people who still remember them were able to see them again.
Wow, that's so eerie. Let's hope we never have to experience that.
Yeah, no kidding. That would be so incredibly traumatic.
You know what? The good thing is that our next feature provides tips on how to deal with stress and other mental health issues. Let's see what Sis Bisi learned in her piece, The Significance of the Prefrontal Cortex.
Cortex is the part of our brain that is located in front of our head, actually in front of our brain. What it does is it regulates our emotions. It have an effect on our thinking ability. It has a lot to do with how we regulate our moods. It has a lot to do with planning. And also, that happens, the individual will be experiencing dysregulated emotions. What do I mean by dysregulated emotions? Dysregulated emotion will be the person will be irritable, depressed, experiencing anxiety, sleeplessness, unable to concentrate. But if the prefrontal cortex is well in tune, you took care of it pretty well, basically, you will have a high vibrational energy. You will be more positive about life. You'll be more happy. You'll be engaging. You'll be doing a whole lot of things that are positive. But if it's damaged due to excessive stress, it can lower your thinking ability, your emotional well-being, your physical and mental well-being, even your spiritual well-being. So that is why it's physical activities to boost your prefrontal cortex so that you can think better. You engage in good sleeping habits, because some people, they don't sleep well due to excessive stress. Check your prefrontal cortex. What are you doing to nurture it? What are you doing to strengthen it? Another thing that a person can engage in is gratitude. Get a gratitude journal and just write what you're thankful for. The more you're thankful for something, the more you get back. And the more your emotion is going to rev up, like in a positive, level. Because some people, even though they experience depression and anxiety, they're down, their mood is low, if they engage in meditation, meditation actually helps a lot to do with your prefrontal cortex. Another thing that you could engage in, which this should be like your 911 to go to. You should have it in the back of your pocket. Is deep breathing. Deep breathing is extremely important to do deep breathing. And when you do deep breathing, you're strengthening your prefrontal cortex. That's part of self-care. You should engage in deep breathing, because we that serve the public are going to be faced with a lot of stress. And we need to distress ourselves so that we can be the best person to those that we serve in the community.
Cut.
Oh boy.
Man, Fred, I learned something new today.
Well, me too, Eerie. From now on, I must remember to do my deep breathing regularly, especially when I'm so stressed out.
Let me give you another tip. Are you ready?
Double ready.
Okay, so if you want to distress yourself totally, another way to go is to go to the beach, relax, and enjoy some nature's wonders.
Actually, you're right, Eerie. Thanks so much.
Sure. So today's Walk Together segment features Woodbine Beach and Mary Curtis Park.
Hello and welcome to Woodbine Beach. It's another brighter day on Woodbine Beach, the biggest of all the 4 beaches. We have series of activities going on down there. We are going to be taking you to the east, the south, and the western part of the Woodbine Beach. Let's go right now. It is a popular saying that the Woodbine Beach is the largest and the most famous among the 4 beaches in eastern Toronto. The Lake Ontario Beach is the center part of the beaches area in the East Central District of Toronto. It is bordered by the Victoria Park Avenue on the Kingston Road from the north and Coxwell Avenue from the west, moving to the southern axis of the Lake Ontario.
Hi there, my name is Alan Garcia and welcome to our little walk in Marty Curtis Park. Let's see what adventures we can find here, maybe some fun facts, some dogs, some animals, a cannon, I don't know. Let's take a look. Now we have a closer look to the water tank. As you can see, it's quite tall, and they have a tradition from high schoolers that is actually just to climb there, write the names on top, because it's fun and illegal, and I will not climb it today. Or should I? Do you know that Marty Curtis Park is one of the few in North America named after a female community leader? Next up, we're walking to the canyon, which is one of my favorite parts. Take a walk with me.
People also walk their dog. They take a walk at leisure time, and the beach also accommodates an expanse of land where the dogs are let loose to play one another. Just like yesterday, the motive of making the winter period more meaningful began in the year 2015 with artistic installations drawn from far and wide. The 2024 edition's theme is called Renaissance, where designers had to come up with raw but artistic installations that represent the re-emancipation of old vibes into the present day recreation. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. So right now, like I did inform you that we have over 90 activities going on right here at the Woodbine Beach, the biggest of all the 4 beaches. Yeah, we have here the U4, where people are actually lining up and they are ascending the staircases so that they could go right up there. We called UFO, designed by Xavier Madden and Kajia Benovic, all the way from Croatia in Australia. It is embedded with some colorful artistical features that enhance the UFO beautification. Alan is standing by to take us on a ride to Mary Curtis Beach. Alan, over to you.
Hello again. Sitting next to me is a 32-pound cannon which was manufactured in Scotland and now is just right here in the Marty Curtis Park, just chilling, I guess. It's quite cool. It was actually used in several battles, but it got old and they just decided to put it here just to make the beach a little bit more interesting. Back to you, Sis.
Then we move to a magnificent kaleidoscopic Odyssey designed by Brander Architect Inclination. The kaleidoscopic raw design is a magnificent edifice spiced up with a bright orange color, dazzling with self-reflection mirror both on the interior and the exterior that will engulf whoever enters into it. Isn't that interesting?
This is our final destination, the dock of Marty Curtis Park. As you can see, it leads to the Lake Ontario, which is one of the biggest in all Ontario, and it's pretty cool, right? On the other side, we have the beautiful CN Tower, and right now we're located in Etobicoke, which is a native word that means City of the Elders. So let's go to the other side of the city, back with Sis.
It's been worldwide taking you on this lovely ride to see the sight and the sound of Woodbine Beach. Till another time, it's your humble Sis signing out. Bye for now.
Indeed, the Woodbine Beach is a place to visit.
Wow. What do you think about the eclipse?
Well, it is much better than what I've expected, Eerie. It is so worth it.
I agree. Absolutely.
Wow.
So, I think I expected like total darkness or like, I don't know, maybe my eyes to pop out, but they never did.
A good thing I'm like staring at it right through the screen or else my eyes will burn.
I know, I
But
agree.
overall, wow, it's been an interesting ride on today's edition of the gallery.
Absolutely. So please join us again next week. Same day, same time, same link.
And don't forget to follow us on all our socials.
Thanks for staying with us. We'll end our show today with a live performance.
Here is a great band from Centennial College's music program. Please welcome Unknown 5.
Georgia, wrap me up in all you, I want you in my arms, so let me hold you, never let you go again like I did, or I used to say. Fall in love again until I found her. I said I would never fall unless it's you I'm falling to. I was lost within the darkness, but then I found her. I found you. Heaven, when I held you again, how could we ever just be friends? I would rather die than let you go.